welcome to a really compelling matchup that almost has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. Two stars colliding here. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So Georgia's offense will get the first swing today. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to. A matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. We knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can.
That pass is incomplete. The intended receiver was that time. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Running through the tackle. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. On third down, he drops to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Caught by the receiver. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The Bulldogs will have to punt this one away. We'll see what he can do with the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So Alabama's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Looking for some space. It's Lacey. They'll tackle him after a short game. A cautious call there on third and long. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Breaks loose at the 40. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. So one explosive play sets him up at the plus 43 with a first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Receiver in motion now. Takes off in a bootleg. That's reeled in. It's Humphries. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. Great job of the defense pushing him back on first down. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to throw yet again. The pass rush closing in. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a fourth down play. Now comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And is fielded. The returner trying to create a big play here. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Nowhere to run up the middle. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking for a gap. It's Price. You make the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up with a first down at the 47.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. The completion makes it second down. There's the handoff. Inside the 30. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw. It's Russell. On the move now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And the pass ball is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes out. This looks like a pretty obvious call against the defense. So the pass interference in the end zone will cost the defense 15 yards and move the offense closer now into scoring position. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll toss it to the right side. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
How about that? This guy's been blocking all game. They finally give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and look what he does. It's a touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. Let's see what they can do this time. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Brown. Football comes out. Ball scooped up by the defense. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the takeaway and the return, a huge play to set up the offense here.
Boy, the first carry of the game, and it ends with a fumble. Chris, you and I know this staff. We might see the backup get some reps on the next drive.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Running back has it on a screen now. Has a pass to the end zone. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. We had a short view of the offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the point after is right down the middle. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the offense trots back onto the field here. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. The receiver makes the catch. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. And the Bulldogs will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Oh, here comes the reverse. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Oh, it's a reverse. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Stopped right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking downfield near the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Grab down the middle. It's Horton. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Ball handed off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves left out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. To the air, it's Russell. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. 3rd down and 3. Try to make it 3 consecutive 3rd down conversions. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on 4th down where you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards. Instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline. After a long drive, it's a 3rd down. Is it a touchdown or a field goal? This is a 4-point play. He'll hand it off. Ball carrier tackled there.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive and you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
They try to sneak it for the 1st. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown tie.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field. It's Stockton. Short connection to the tight end here. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run here. Let's it go. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Barber. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Barber. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards.
False start of offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. To throw, it's Russell. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Gonna run it. It's Riley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a short completion to the tight end. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. Punt team ready to boot it away. He's brought down, but a big effort to make something of that return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. Can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Great cut. They whiff on it. They finally stop a big play. Moves the ball to the 22. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Humphreys. Dogs move into the red zone. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Grab down the middle. It's Humphreys. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. The Bulldogs looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looking to throw it again. It's an out route. The catch made. Receiver steps out just short of the goal line. Offense facing second and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out. So looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Nice grab. It's Hill. They bring him down quickly. A short pitching catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And that's the fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. First down here for this offense. It's a draw. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
What What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You call a quick out on third down? I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Receiver makes the grab. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Pass complete. It's second down now. They're going to run it. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Caught behind the line. It's Price. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. The attempt from 47 yards. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Motion now from the tight end. On the run, it's Brown. The defense swarms him in the backfield. They have nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. After the loss on first down, it's second and long from the 22. Back to throw. It's Stockton. And it falls incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Out of the gun now on third down. That pass is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw again. Bringing pressure. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. That's enough for a first down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
That completion makes it second and short. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Great move there. Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT up and good. They trail by a touchdown, 24-17. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. Scooped up with the defense. Not much on the return, but this defense rises up with an takeaway. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Handoff running right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, here we go, Chris. One of the biggest plays of the game. 3rd down and long with the lead late in the game. Clock is running. I think this is the time you call one of your favorite plays on this 3rd down. At the same time, be very mindful. You cannot turn the football over.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, first down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
Grinding away on the ground. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. On the run here, lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Hill. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Russell. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch! And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, I'd love to see this late in a game like this with the lead. Get aggressive. Go for it here on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback delivers to his receiver. comes down with a nice completion and a first down, and they keep that clock moving.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Price. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's big. They convert on third and set him up first down from the 32. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.